most road playoff wins in NFL history. But we all remember what happened the last time they played in this stadium, a 38-8 loss just 3 weeks ago. Packers Cards. Stephen A., you going with the bad man?
Absolutely not. I don't think they have what it takes to beat the Arizona Cardinals. And I was impressed with what they did against the Redskins last week. I didn't expect that because of how awful they had been coming into the playoffs. Nevertheless, those were the Redskins. Allergic to prosperity just as much as anybody else in the NFL I know. These are the Arizona Cardinals. I don't expect that from them. Not on their home turf, not with Carson Palmer, not with Bruce Arians, not with their collection of talent. I just think that what we saw last week by Green Bay against the Redskins was an aberration from those receivers. Richard Rodgers, James Jones, Randall Cobb, and all of those boys getting open. I think a game like this, of this magnitude, is when they will really, really miss Jordy Nelson. And I don't think that Eddie Lacy is expected to have a big game. I think that combined with Arizona being able to take advantage of this defense, I think they're going to win. I don't think it'll be a blowout along the lines of 38-8, but I could see Arizona winning this game 30-21.
30-21. So I've got to ask you once more. If Aaron Rodgers is that great, why wouldn't you pick him to win this game against an opposing quarterback who had a great year but has little to no playoff experience or success? Carson Palmer played briefly in that one 2005 or early 06 playoff game. I remember when he got hurt against Pittsburgh, and I think he threw one pass in that game, and then he played one home playoff game and lost to the Jets, and that's it. So he's effectively 0-2 in the postseason, and Aaron Rodgers you have proclaimed to be the best thrower of the football you've ever seen. So I don't know why you wouldn't pick him. You made the case yesterday. He has no pressure on him. He can just let it fly, free and easy. They're coming off a big win at Washington, albeit against the Redskins, but it was a big win for them to get them back on track. So why wouldn't you hang in there and say they can pull this off?
Well, I understand that, you must get a kick out of asking me the same question over and over again, because I've certainly answered this. I've certainly answered this on several occasions over the last 6 weeks. I have repeatedly stated to you, I have no issues with Aaron Rodgers. Even when he played bad, I've acknowledged there were a couple of games that he played bad. But by and large, my firm belief when it comes to Aaron Rodgers is that his receivers can't get open. It's not his fault. I still think he's an elite quarterback in this game. I think he's one of the best we have ever seen. I think from a talent perspective, I've never seen a better thrower of the football. I completely, unequivocally believe in him. It's his supporting cast that I have question marks about, especially against a team as talented as the Arizona Cardinals, who I believe are head and shoulders above the Washington Redskins. Combine that with the fact that the game is going to be in Arizona and fresh off of getting pretty beat up by the Seattle Seahawks in the season finale, which had Bruce Arians, I'm just livid the way he looked on the sideline. You pointed that out, Skip.
Yep.
I don't think having 2 weeks to live off of that season finale loss to the Seahawks are going to be good for the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay will not get blown out to the degree that they did last go-round. But I believe they will lose this game because I believe that the talent that Aaron Rodgers is playing with pales in comparison to what he is going to have to go against. It will be too much. A quarterback can only do so much. He can't get open for you, and he won't be able to get these receivers open for him. That is why I'm picking Green Bay to lose this game.
Well, to your point, I must point out that obviously after he called Davante Adams after the Redskins game Mr. January, he's turning back into our Mr. January, and he made some big catches in that game. It then comes clear that he was hurt so badly, he's going to be out of this game, and it was from friendly fire because your man Richard Rodgers, the tight end of the Hale Rodgers fame, fell on Davante as he went down with his knee sort of bent, and I guess that was the end of him for this year. So that is a blow to whatever chance Aaron Rodgers would have. So now he goes back to this University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, We were there for the national championship game. It was a house of horrors for the Clemson defense, and it has been a house of horrors for Aaron Rodgers. I'm not sure why, even though he put up some big numbers. Remember his first playoff start? It was the 2009 wild card game. Yep. Again, that was his first year of starting, but right away, first pass gets intercepted in that game. Then they get it to overtime, and early in overtime, he missed Greg Jennings wide open looked like for an easy touchdown. 2 plays later, sack, fumble. Carlos Dansby runs it back for the game-ending touchdown. And then we know about the recent debacle there. 8 times he goes down. Twice he gets sacked, fumbles, and it's returned for a touchdown. So to me, I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is looking over his shoulder when he goes there, but I just don't think he's going to play very well. I don't think he's going to play with much confidence against a defense that will play with supreme confidence against him. They had success with that J.C. Treader moving him out to left tackle, and maybe Aaron will be a little more protected, but he's going to have to get rid of the ball quickly. To Cobb or whoever he can just dump it to quickly just to keep that pass rush off him. I don't think he can, and if they give up defensive touchdowns again like they did, it's going to get out of hand quickly.
He'll protect the ball better. That won't happen. You know, he won't give up 2, sack picks for a TD. But I do believe that he'll have to depend more on Richard Rodgers and Eddie Lacy and James Starks and dip and dunks in order to be effective in this particular game. And I just don't see that working for them all game long. It'll be competitive. It won't be a blowout. It'll be much closer. But I don't see Green Bay having the horses to win this game against Arizona. I would be very surprised if they ended up beating Arizona.
Okay, so it was 38-8 last time, and I'm going to go 30-14 this time. They'll be a little better, but not much.
30-21 for me. 30-21.
Clean sweep. We're all betting on Carson Palmer. Stephen A., you need to get some tea. I'm hearing the voice going less and less. Chip Kelly has a new J.O.B. Meet the new 49ers head